Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of this beautifully crafted 2024 Lincoln Aviator Black Label. The Black Label is a little club that Lincoln has been known for having for a few years, and essentially what that is if you buy a Black Label vehicle from any Lincoln dealer that participates in the Black Label program, you'll get some cool perks and all that stuff. And I explained that in the Lincoln Navigator Black Label review that was posted just a couple of weeks ago. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we are going to check this one out today. Now, with that being said, this one here has the 10.1-inch display, fully digital instrument cluster, very nicely unique wheels, and this one has the twin turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. And before moving any further, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Prione, who's a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so let's go ahead and get started. And as you can see, the key is going to be your traditional Lincoln/Ford key fob, and it does have a little bit of weight on its hands. You have your controls on this side and your Lincoln badge on the other side. You're going to have your lock, unlock, remote start, your trunk release, and your panic alarm. To remote start this vehicle, just make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button twice, and the vehicle will start right up. When you're finished, just double click the remote start button again, and it'll shut itself off from there. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, you're going to have a waterfall light grille, and that is expected here on the Lincoln Black Label products. It does look really nice, and as you can see, you have little silhouettes of the Lincoln emblem on both sides of the Lincoln badge, which looks really cool. You also have a front-facing camera on this one, so that way you won't get into a frontal collision. And you also have your front parking sensors on this one too. You do have your standard LED daytime running lights with your xenon projector headlamps, as well as fog lamps down below. Checking out your wheels and tires on this one, we're taking a look at a set of Goodyear Eagle Touring tires on 22-inch wheels. These measure 275 40R22s all the way around. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system on it for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having a key fob in your pocket and coming up to the door panel, or door handle rather, you have a touch sensor right here. You put your hand in and the vehicle will unlock, allowing you to jump on inside. And when you're done, close it up, tap this button right here, and the vehicle will indicate locking, and the mirrors will fold back into place. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Pristine White Metallic Tri-Coat with the Luggage Tan leather interior. Come over to the door panel. This vehicle does have a a hard touch rubber material on top. However, you do have a softer material down here, which is very nice. You have orange stitching to let you know that you have the Black Label theme. You have your seat adjustment here, followed by your 3-person memory seating, your Revel speaker right here in the door panel. You do have your power locks, power mirror controls, your power windows. You do have a good sized map pocket right here, as well as a smaller one here, followed by a small area for a cup holder, and you have that Revel speaker also here in the door jamb as well. And so with that being said, guys, to start the vehicle up, just have the key fob in your pocket or in the vehicle itself, put your foot on the brake, and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Lincoln Aviator does come standard with a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left, we're going to house your volume controls here for the audio as well as your seat track, cruise control button here, your pages right here, and then your typical controls that you'll see, such as navigation settings, phone settings, general settings, as well as your audio settings. Anyways, starting off up here on the screen, we're taking a look at a fully digital instrument cluster, which contains your 2 main gauges. To the left, you have your tachometer. To the right, you're going to have your speedometer. At the bottom, you're going to have your coolant temperature. And the right, you're going to have your fuel gauge. In the middle is going to be your driver information center. At the bottom, as you can see there, you're going to have your gear selector. And with that being said, there is a way that you can control what's on the screen here via the steering wheel. And it's, of course, going to show us your tire pressure monitoring system. It's going to show us our calm screen. You have your trip 1 information, as well as your fuel economy average. Coming over here, we're taking a look at a 10.1-inch infotainment system, and it does look pretty nice in the Lincolns. This one here, being the Aviator Black Label, is no exception, as it does look very impressive. As you can see, you're going to see what's playing on the radio. This is, of course, is going to be your audio system, your audio area in the infotainment system. You have your sources up here, which consist of not just FM radio, but also AM radio and Sirius XM radio. You also have your direct tune right there. You have your presets right here, followed by your submenus down at the bottom. You have your home button right here. Climate control temperatures on both sides, exterior temperature, and your current time. Starting things off here, as you can see, we are at our audio section now. We're going to go over to our phone area, which of course is going to allow you to connect a phone to the Bluetooth system, or you can connect to a phone that's already embedded in the vehicle's Bluetooth system. Come over to navigation. As you can see, this is running on the older system, as you can tell, but it does look really, really nice. You have your search up here so that you can search for destinations, navigation menu right here, your compass, location, zoom functions, and your compass, which is pretty cool. With that being said, bringing us to our home page is going to show us that navigation system, our audio, as well as our phone connectivity. Coming over here to your apps, you can connect a device, find mobile apps, as well as your Sirius XM travel link. And as we make our way over here, we're taking a look at a comprehensive list of different things that you can change throughout the vehicle, or in this case, throughout the system itself, as you can see, which is pretty nice. You have your sound, Bluetooth, radio, vehicle, clock, phone, driver assistance, your Lincoln Way app, general, 911 assist, mobile apps, display, Wi-Fi, automatic updates, Apple CarPlay, as well as voice control. You also have your valet mode, navigation, personal profiles, ambient lighting, as well as your seat controls. Now, we're going to go through not every single one, because this would probably be like a 30-minute video if that was the case, but I'm going to show you guys just a select few so that way you guys get an idea of how this works. And turn this down a little bit. We are getting a little bit of a drizzle outside today. So anyway, starting off here with our sound settings, that's going to allow us to adjust our treble, mid-range, and bass. You can also use your balance and fade to adjust. Quantum Logic 3D surround, as you can see there. Speed compensated volume, as well as your Revel experience. Come over to your clock. You can adjust your current time, your 24-hour mode if you want that, auto daylight savings time, automatic time zone, or of course you can reset clock to GPS time, as you can see there. You do have your driver assistance, which is going to show you your safety features that come with the vehicle, and they include your adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, pre-collision assist, speed sound recognition, rear view camera, blind spot monitoring system, the trailer blind spot, your tow haul, trailer safe control, hill descent control, rear brake assist, driver alert, auto stop start, auto hold, and traction control, which, as you can see, plenty of safety features to keep you and your family safe while you're on the road. You do have your vehicle settings here, which is going to allow you to see things that you can adjust within the vehicle, as you can see there, which includes your 30-minute max idle, your occupant alert, easy entry and exit, your my key, your alarm system. You can control things for your wipers and windows, power liftgate, lighting, locks, as well as your mirrors, your door keypad code, and your air suspension service. As you can see, the Black Label does give you your air suspension standard, and you do have a backup start passcode just in case something does happen to the system. Lincoln Way is going to be your app that you get on your phone when you buy a Lincoln product at your Lincoln dealer, and that of course is going to allow you to start up the vehicle, warm it up to a desired temperature. That's also going to allow you to schedule service at your Ford or Lincoln dealer, and overall it's a really cool thing to see in this vehicle. Now, as we come over this side, you have your general settings here, which of course includes your language, temperature, units of measurement. You have your software information down here at the bottom, as you can see. You do have your automatic updates, which is going to allow you to check for automatic updates, and of course you can view current software information. You have your display, which, as you can see, you can adjust the background, the brightness, as well as the mode. You can also put on your calm screen as well. And as you come over to this side, you can go to your navigation settings, which of course is going to give you your map preferences, route preferences, and navigation preferences. You even have your ambient lighting, which, as you can see here, you can choose from any of these different colors. And at night, you will more so see the color red being illuminated inside of the vehicle, which is very cool. But you can also choose from white, yellow, light blue, regular blue, teal, or purple, which, as you can see, looks very, very nice. And then you have your seat controls here for stuff like your massage function. You can adjust different pinpoints of the seat itself to give you a more comfortable experience. And the same thing you can do to your passenger seat as well. Overall, really cool to see. I like that it does what it needs to do in that case. Now, to just touch on a few things here real quick, valet mode is going to lock certain functions of the vehicle up. Of course, that's going to require a PIN. Once that PIN is entered, it's going to lock stuff up for you in the vehicle. A valet cannot access it. Only you can access it when you disable it via the PIN again. You do have, of course, your Apple CarPlay right here. Voice control is going to allow you to record your voice in certain functions. Automatic updates we just went through, that's going to allow you to check for software updates. Wi-Fi is going to be for your Wi-Fi as well as your Wi-Fi hotspot. 911 assist, so in case you ever are in need of any situation that involves law enforcement or emergency services, that of course is to come in handy, of course. You do have your Lincoln Way that we just discussed. And then that's pretty much it in this case here as far as, you know, what this infotainment system comprises of. So with that being said, well detailed, well comprehensive, and overall it does get the job done for you. Now before we move on, this vehicle does have a 10-speed automatic transmission, which is going to be right down here, as you can see. Put the vehicle into reverse. You do get a nice backup camera with guidance lines, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel. You also have a 360 camera right there on the right side. You also have a widescreen view, which is going to expand the camera, and you also have that top-down view as well. You also do have the wider screen version of the backup camera, and then you have a split screen view right there. Pretty cool. And so that's going to wrap it up here for the infotainment system portion of the review. Moving on down here, you do have your parking sensors here, your camera, as well as your driver assistance right here. You do have your 10-speed automatic transmission, as I just discussed. Down here is beautifully crafted with this unique aluminum material. You have your volume knob and tuning knobs. This is going to be for your rear AC controls. Your source right here, hazard button, seat track. And then coming down below that, this is where you'll find all your climate control settings. You have your temperature adjustments on both sides. You have heated and ventilated seats for both sides as well. Heated steering wheel, fan positioning, recycling, rear AC, fan speed. You can also adjust things for the rear right here, or you can actually push this and it will take you to your menu, which is pretty cool. And then you have your additional climate controls, as you can see, so you can even control it from the screen as well. You even have a cabin refresh right here, which is like a air purification system. And that's pretty much it there. Open this up here, you have a little storage area where you can put a device or your wallet. And then when you open this little area up here, it's going to welcome with 2 cup holders and even smaller storage for things such as a key, which I'll demonstrate that right now, as you can see there, or some small change. You do have your drive mode selector here. You do have your electronic parking brake right here. Going to your drive mode selector here, you're going to have your normal for effort and balanced driving, slippery for slick, icy, and loose surfaces, deep conditions for deep snow, mud, or sand. You also have conserve for efficient driving, which is basically their version of an eco mode. And then you have excite for responsive and engaging driving, or this vehicle sport mode. Come over here to your glove compartment. You have a generous amount of storage space inside, as you can see. You do have a little light inside, a small little cubby on top, as well as a USB, or not a USB, a power outlet. I do like how this is stitched and the color of it as well. Now, this one being a black label, it does come in different themes. I will probably put the theme right here of what this one is. But as you can tell, it's very nice. And I do like the ergonomic seat setup in this vehicle. It's very cool to see. And it does give you that very unique posture. So you can see that the ergonomic seat is right here, but the actual ergonomic is going to be here when you would make the seat adjustment, which is very, very cool. I do like the perforations coming down the middle. I do like the black piping and stitching on both sides. It does have a good side bolster situation here, and you also have a little bit of a thigh extension right here, which is very cool to see. So overall, like the ergonomics, like the seat, and I also just like the way that the seat is presented. Come over here to your glove box. It is dampened, lined with felt, and you have a good amount of storage space inside. You have this piano black material on top here, which is really cool. Some hard touch plastic and some more hard touch plastic, but with the brown stitching right across there. You do have your mirror here. You do have controls here for your overhead lights, your auto air refresh, as well as for your sunroof. You do have a sunglass holder right here. You have your garage home link, followed by a visor, a mirror, as well as LED lighting. And as you make way over to the left side, you have your button here to open up the cargo area, which we'll do that in just a second. Your headlight controls and fog light controls, as well as your gauge dimmer switches. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2024 Lincoln Aviator Black Label. Coming into the second row of the Lincoln Aviator, materials do fall through in this one, and as you can see, it's really nice. You have a bed seat configuration here because you do have that center console, but overall it is going to be pretty interesting to go into the third row, which will demonstrate that in just a second. But as you can see, as we make our way in here, you're going to have two seat pockets, one on this side and one on that side. You do have your controls here for your climate control settings, audio, as well as your air quality. You have your adjustments here, as well as your vents. You have a set of two USB ports down here, followed by a 150 watt outlet. You do have a center console here with two cup holders, a small storage area. This is of course to, I believe this is for the sunroof. And then you have more storage space inside of here, which is pretty nice to see. And then to jump into the third row, use this lever. The seat will go up at an angle and go over to the back of the front seat, so that way we'll have access to the third row of the vehicle. And then you do have your rear privacy sunshades standard on the Black Label as well. This one here does have the Easy Fuel capless fuel filler, making it easier to fill up at the gas station, as well as an illustration of how to do it. Coming to the back of the vehicle, we'll talk about that in just a moment, but as we go into the cargo area of the Lincoln Aviator, it's very generous. As you can see, this one having a third row being up, we can actually show you guys how much room you have, and you're looking at just over 18 cubic feet of space, which is pretty generous for a vehicle of this size. Now, if you want to, use the strap here, and you can simply just fold the seat down, and when you do that, you're looking at just over 41 cubic feet of space. If you were to fold down the second row, which you can do via these tabs here, or you can do it, you can do it via these tabs here. Cargo space will then increase to 77.7 cubic feet of space, which is overall not too bad. So I have to say I like it, and I like what I'm seeing. And just by the push of a button, you get the general idea of how much space you have in here. So just push this button here for either the left or right seat of the third row, and the seats will fold down for you. You also have a 12-volt outlet here, grocery bag hook right here, and then down here, we have even more storage space. You also have an LED light over here as well. And when you're finished, just tap this button, and it will close out automatically. As the cargo area closes down, as we look at the back of the vehicle, as you can see, you have LED taillights back here, rear parking sensors down here, Lincoln spelled out across, and that's pretty much it. It does look pretty basic, but overall, it doesn't look all that bad. You do have piano black mirror covers with LED turn signals on its standard. Gotcha. Under the hood of the Lincoln Aviator, we're taking a look at essentially the same engine that's in the Ford Explorer ST. It's a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6. It produces 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. This is going to be mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and this one is all-wheel drive. All right, everyone, so back in the Lincoln Aviator, it is a great place to spend time, especially if you're upping to the Black Label trim. You're going to be getting a lot of features, a lot of great technology, and most importantly, you do have that utility and the power delivery that this vehicle is well known for. With that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2024 Lincoln Aviator Black Label, finished off in Pristine White Metallic Tri-Coat with the Luggage Tan leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.